Time for our Selectmen's update for the meeting that happened on Wednesday, February 21st. Not a lot of items on the agenda, but certainly a few important ones. We started with a joint meeting with the Board of Health to appoint someone for the vacant seat that Mary Mortensen, with her passing, has left. We had 3 candidates, originally 4, but 1 did drop out. We had 3 candidates that we interviewed at the meeting on Wednesday night: Mark Dissoni, Chris Daniela, and Stephen Morgan. All 3 were fairly strong candidates. We do thank them all for their willingness to step up. Based on the answers that they gave and the response that they had to some of our questions, it was unanimous, with 1 person abstaining, to appoint Chris Daniela to the Board of Health. He has already pulled out papers. He will be running for one of the 3-year terms that are coming up in the May election. We thank both all 3, Mark Dissoni, Chris Daniela, and Stephen Morgan, for putting themselves out there. It's not easy to put yourself out there to be either appointed or elected for any of these boards. If you're interested, there are still papers available, and there are still seats available on many boards in town. Board of Health, there will be 2 3-year seats, and there will be a 1-year seat available. So if you're interested in participating, you can pull papers as well. We then had the opportunity to appoint Katrina Anderson as one of our newest police officers. Katrina is a lifelong resident of Ashland, born and raised here, went through the Ashland Public Schools, recently graduated from the University of Delaware. She is our newest police officer, and she'll be starting the police academy in March. So congratulations to Katrina, and we look forward to seeing her out on the streets as an Ashland police officer in the future. We also appointed 2 new auxiliary police department officers, and that was Kirsten Peterson and Dan Harvey. The auxiliary are volunteer police officers who help with many events. We thank both of them for stepping up to be part of the auxiliary, and we look forward to seeing them as well at many of the events here in town. We then had a presentation from Trichome Health. Trichome Health is an organization, it's a business that sells medical marijuana. They are looking to come into Ashland. We are working on a host agreement with them, and they're looking to go into the empty vacant spot that is across from Market Basket, right near the Ashland town line. We did not have a full board, so we did not take any votes. They will be coming before us again, probably the first meeting in March, to continue the discussion about their host agreement and allowing them to move forward. This is the first step, just because if we do allow the host agreement and we do sign a non-compete letter, they still have to go through the state for regulations. They'd also still have to go through the planning board for creating the new building, because they'd be looking to take down what's there and build something new. If you're interested in giving your feedback, be watching the agendas, and the next time you see Trichome Health on our agenda, make sure you come out to a Selectmen meeting or even send information via email to give us your opinion. We did 3 one-day liquor licenses. One for the Knights of Columbus for a dinner they're having on April 28th, another for St. Cecilia's for a St. Patrick's Day dinner on March 17th, and one for Wine Empire on April 15th. These are all events that have happened before. The Wine Empire one should be fun. It's outside in their parking lot on April 15th, a fun way to sort of kick off spring, so make sure you look out for that. From there, we moved into our consent agenda. We approved some minutes for January 17th. We approved executive session minutes. We did an appointment of Keith Roby to the Public Safety Building Committee, and we accepted a grant of $45,000 for our jail arrest diversion program. From there, we went into old and new business. We started with a discussion of 133 West Union, also known as the Valentine property. There's been a lot of publicity about the fact that we have put in an offer, and it has been accepted by the owner of the property, and now it has to come before the town. There'll be 3 or 4 articles at town meeting that will need to be approved, and then also a ballot question to authorize the funding for that property. If you'd like more information, make sure you look on the town website about it. You can also go see the Valentine property. It's located at 133 West Union. It's just past the mobile station on the right-hand side. It's the big yellow house and the barn that has been talked about so much recently. We then started our review of the warrant articles for the 2018 town meeting. There is no official list yet. There is a draft of items that we think might be on it based on what we've gotten from indications from the planning board, CPC, and other organizations in town that might be looking to put something on the warrant. That list, if it's not up within the next day or two, should be up soon, and it'll have a big word draft on it to say those are possible articles. They might not all make it to town meeting, and there may still be a few added, so just be aware of that. We then had our town manager report update. He talked about the 2019 budget process. We will be hearing and seeing the final budget that he will be presenting as of our first meeting in March. It will then go through the FinCom process. The schools are working on getting their budget up to date as well. We then talked about a program that's coming into Ashland Cause a Positive Passion and Will, which is happening on March 26th. There'll be events going on throughout the day, and then also an event on the evening of March 26th, really talking about what's going on in our community and how we can talk to and work with our young students dealing with suicide and some of the issues that they're dealing with. We had an update on the Sears Plaza, which we also, you'll hear about as I speak with Beth Reynolds, our Economic Development Director, and then Cadillac Paint. Cadillac Paint, as you know, we purchased based on a town meeting vote in November. We now own the property. At some point at the middle of March, we'll be looking to take the buildings down, and that'll be a 3 to 4 week process. Then we'll get the soil remediation in, and at some time this summer, probably sometime during the summer, we'll be looking to have discussions with the community about what they'd like to see at the Cadillac Paint. Because of how we purchased it, it does have to be a park of some sort. But could it be a very active park with a good playground and things for people to do as they're out walking and running? Is that a good location for the dog park? So all these things will be coming to the community, and we'll be looking for your input. And that's how we wrapped up the Selectmen's meeting for February 21st.